the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Hey, let it! Blue 58! Let's go. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Rodgers. And an alley to run. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now this throw caught left side. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Week 5 for Aaron Jones, by the way, was a game for the ages at Dallas. 19 carries, 107 yards, 4 touchdowns. First Packer to run for 4 scores since Dorsey Levens 20 years ago, and the first player ever to run for 4 touchdowns against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
That one good for 37 yards. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have him pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. The 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. On first down, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 39 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, 626.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Set the tone.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Cooper's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run on first down. Elliott. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the intended target. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Now this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 32 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here's Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw again. This is caught by Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, DeMarcus Lawrence, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, 60 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
We own it.
4th down, Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. 12
yards there and a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
51, Mike 51. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
51 to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. 26.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
We ain't giving up nothing. 26.
Now Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 23. Sony Michel, his first carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Brady gives to Michel, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They do go for it. It's Brady. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. They'll run it here. This is James White. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. They'll run with White, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Brady now to throw. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Brady now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Brady's throw there complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Brady going to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Now Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Brady. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
47.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
In your face.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Check it back. Check it back. SOS.
First down, Prescott. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Intended that time for Cooper.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman. That'll bring up 2nd down. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady, it's complete. James White. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Short throw caught by Lacoste. Muscles by at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Throwing now is Brady. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 16, Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Brady goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
You. Run. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 26.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go. Strong right.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 28-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kill. 27. So we're going to 52. Joker. Gun.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Michel, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Gets it to Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. He's back to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. One final try now for Brady. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And an alley to run. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return wins it in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson, option right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, one set. Check line 54. Line 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready. Y'all playing the wrong. Check 26, check 24.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 37 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, down it goes. Sacked at the 10.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. A first down run, good for a... Now 3, 2nd and 7 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Tight up. Hey, so we're going to 54. Right here. Check. Crunch. 26.
Here's Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Hey, come on now.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, look. Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
Prescott on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper 47 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on second down. Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. After a one-point game, 7-6. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Jackson, option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 31 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They hand off to their big tight end, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 54 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy. And he's got a man. Complete. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10. Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. being chased out left. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A first down throw for Prescott. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Pick your game up. They got tight left. 3 down. Here we go. Go to 54. Why ain't? Here we go, 46. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Here we go, to 26.
First down, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first down, it's Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, You need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second and inches, Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now Prescott. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 55 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Prescott now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
47. Get in the weight room. 40's Mike. 46.
Throwing. Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Gun. 57 Mike. Here we go. 26.
Prescott yet again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Switch. Anyway.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the 39, Jackson, rush coming, and he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Able to pick up a dozen yards on the keeper, but now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. On second down, Elliott. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. He's back to throw. It's caught, Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
40 to go. Here we go, team. Here I come.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. On second down now. It's Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now Dak on the option left. They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Now Dak on the option left. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
third down. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. So opening drive, third down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Check 41. All day, baby, all day. Under. Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Here we go, 46. 26.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rooney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the end. Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill. Twist.
4th down, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Right there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You can't block me. Check. Give me that.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. He finds some open field here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd and 7, Watson eluding the pressure right. And this will be a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Go, get out there, get out there. Here we go, 47.
From the 24, Prescott. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Here we go, 47.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Kill.
First down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
55, my God, 55.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 32 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's get there. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Texans, the 5th team in 2 years for Carlos Hyde, and picked up from the Chiefs on the final day of August this year following the season-ending injury to Lamar Miller. He's formed a nice little tandem with Duke Johnson. Carlos Hyde has. Hyde handling the rushing duties and the goal line work, and Johnson more the pass catcher out of the backfield. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
54. Mike, 54.
Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one deep left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 29, Watson. He's got Fuller. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Miller. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And now
off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marr now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 41 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To To throw is Watson. And he's got some space here. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, 4-1, Mike, 4-1. Hey, kill. 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Flush to his right, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Going to throw deep for the end. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. From the 50, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his 1st catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Watson on target here to Fuller. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Again, it's Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. On 1st down, it's Watson.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. To throw is Watson on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And This results in 6. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Double dog, that's the way. 41's the way.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Here we go, 46. 41's the mic. We're going to 54. Right here. Listen. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 41's coming. 41's the mic.
Throwing here. Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down. Flip 49.
Victory as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Pick me up. Here we go. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
26. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
We go tonight. 180. Down to lose one. Okay.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Of course, with Gurley, the Rams, they have been content to monitor that workload in the early part of the season, mostly keeping him around the 14 to 16 carry mark. A far cry from last year when he had games of, gosh, he had 28 carries in one game, 25 in another, 23 in another. But it's been a different story for Todd Gurley in 2019. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And some space here. A game there of 30 big ones. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
47.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Complete to Jason Witten. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Prescott finding Witten, and he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 28 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 43 yards on the ground. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott looking and got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 79 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Get wide. Hey, kill.
From the 31, Goff, and that's complete to Cooks. He's at the 30, the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 69 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and that one blown up quickly.
as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. He's going to loft one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
54, right there, 54 miles.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down, Dallas.
Mike 5-4. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On first down, it's Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now gone. Back up here, it's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd.
as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Goff, and Woods has it complete. 20, 10, touchdown LA! Robert Woods, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken short. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
First down, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 51 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points. Robert Woods, past the 20, 10, touchdown LA. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Now Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Another try on second down with Gurley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return here is stopped.